Hello everyone, my name is Julian. I'm here to do an album review. This time is Coheed and Cambria's Afterman Descension. I failed at staying strong and I listened to the leaked copy a gajillion times. And so here's my review of only Descension, as if I've never heard, Ascension, but I will be talking about Ascension a little bit. It's weird, but stick with me. And I will have like an Afterman review, like the overall thing, on Tuesday when the album does drop. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, my thoughts on Descension. First thing to keep in mind is that, in my opinion, this album is much lighter and more experimental than previous albums, and it shows another side of Coheed once more. The fact that I know what the story is about kind of just lets me see this album in a whole new light. But it's still easy for you guys to grasp what the story is about because Claudio made it that way. Before in Second Stage and in Keeping Secrets and in Good Apollo, it was kind of hard to catch on what he was talking about and what the story was about. But in this one, you definitely know the lyrics are super obvious and it's just something new that you might or might not like. Starting out with the first track, Pretty Lethal, I thought it was great how they implemented the ukulele and made a heavy song out of it, a heavy, epic intro song to be exact. And it's a perfect start to the album, and it's a great, pre-song to Century to Define, which I think is the star. I think Claudio and Coheed and Cambria made it the star of the show. And they usually do that in albums. They have the first intro track, and then they have their most powerful track. And I know they started doing this with In Keeping Secrets, and they have carried it out all the way through, in my opinion. In Keeping Secrets was In Keeping Secrets. Good Apollo was Welcome Home. No World for Tomorrow was No World for Tomorrow. Year of the Black Rainbow, it kind of got lost. I don't know if The Broken's supposed to be their best track. In my opinion, it's Here We Are, Juggernaut. But they're both great fucking tracks. And in Afterman, Domino. And in Descension, Afterman Ascension was Domino. And in Descension, it's Century to Defiant. Usually the second track, right after the intro track, it's the most strongest track and the one that kind of just pumps you up for the rest of the song. And in my opinion, it does that. But is it the best track? Yeah, probably. I don't know what I'm saying. There's other great tracks, but anyway. Moving on. Century Defiant was great. There's a thing with Travis in these two last albums where you can barely hear him. He's not as prominent as he was back in Second Stage in Keeping Secrets. The other albums where you can just know where he is at all times. It's like this clash of guitars between him and Claudio. But in Descension and Ascension, he kind of just plays what Claudio plays, like in Goodnight Fair Lady. He plays exactly what Claudio plays, and then he just kind of goes off, plays his own little thing, and then he goes back to playing the same thing Claudio is. Now, is that some sort of strategic thing to make the song kind of different? Yes. Is it sort of good in some points? Yeah, it's good, but I mean, Travis, where are you, And it happens in Century. He plays the riff that Claudio plays, gives him a little break, I guess, and then he goes and does his own thing, chorus, but it's not as prominent as it used to be, so take it or leave it. I think it's really cool, but eventually I want to listen to Travis more. He's great. I kind of want to skip the Hard Sell, but I won't. I listened to the Hard Sell way before I listened to the leaked copy, just because they released it as a single, the video, a long time ago, and I kind of just listened to that like crazy, and so it had the same effect. It had the same effect on me that Domino did when they released Domino first. I kind of listened to Domino like crazy, and when the real Ascension came out, I kind of skipped Domino, just like Hard Sell. I'm skipping Hard Sell every time I listen to the album, just because I've heard it so much. But I could tell you that is one of the strongest tracks off the album. Really fun to listen to, and if you just get past the first awkward stages of listening to it. When I first listened to it, I was like, I don't know, but it hit me straight on after that, and it became one of the best tracks. So, 3 tracks in a row, all great. Then comes Number City, which is a hard pill to swallow, because at the beginning it's kind of like this dark bass line, and it's kind of like Hollywood the Crack. It has that same effect. It's just like, whoa, what's going on here? But the chorus comes in, and it's like the suffering all over again. This is the poppy track of the album, in my opinion. And it uses fucking brass. It's fucking great. It makes me want to use brass in my music. So I think it's a great grow on you song that you should give multiple chances to. I'm not going to talk about each track overall. I will say that Gravity's Union is fucking epic. And it's the first time I ever heard Coheed almost sound post-grunge band style. In some parts of the song, it does sound very post-grungy. Oops, sorry, I said it. I put it out there. But it's not the whole song. So Gravity's Union is fucking great. Century, Pretty Lethal, Hard Sell are probably my favorite tracks. And then Number City comes right after that. The rest of the tracks, Iron Fist, Two's my favorite one, and Dark Side of Me are all great. I actually love them. I love every single song, but if I had to pick, that's my choice. Century, Pretty Lethal, Hard Sell, Gravity's Union. Number City, Away We Go, Iron Fist, Dark Side of Me, Two's my favorite one. They're not heavy tracks. They're, Away We Go and Two's my favorite one are sort of poppy, mainstream kind of sounding, kind of lightweight tracks. So if you're into that, you get Number City, Away We Go, and Two's my favorite one. So that's really cool that this side of the album has a lot more happy to it than previous Coheed albums where you just had like the Suffering, that's it, or Feathers, that kind of thing. Now you get Away We Go. You get 3 tracks. It's really cool. I think it's really nice that Coheed did that because there are a lot of Coheed fans that love that. And there are a lot of Coheed fans that don't. So it's a take it or leave it situation again. Iron Fist I heard back in 2011, April, when they did the Never Ender second stage Turn by Blade tour, which was fucking great. But yeah. What was I saying? That song changed a little bit. They added some stuff, and so I've been listening to the one from 2011, and now they just come and change it up with the singing style. It was a little weird. I'm used to it now. It's a great track, but I just wanted to point that out. It's not exactly the same thing. And overall, I think this album is a fucking 9 out of 10. It's better than Descension in my opinion. It offers more. Descension just felt a little bit dark. It's a great album, don't get me wrong. At this point, it's also a 9 out of 10. It grew on me to that point. But I think Descension's stronger, and we'll just have to wait and see when I give the full Afterman review what it does, how do they work with each other, But yeah, Descension, fucking great. It offers a lot more, and it's very diverse, and it's a whole new Coheed sound. So, thumbs up to Coheed and Cambria for that. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Well, that's awkward. That's the other way around. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.